Welcome back to another Non-Readers Reacts episode. I have an exciting 2 clips that were dropped this week, and we have our non-readers with me to give us their reaction. Welcome, Lady Catherine and G Mama.
Hello.
All
Good
right.
to see you all.
Yeah, so we have less than a week left before the show starts.
Yeah, like 2 or 3 days, like way less than a week.
Just days, yeah.
Days.
These 2 clips are maybe my favorite so far. I can't wait to hear you guys' reactions. Let's start with the our bad boy, Mr. Baddie, speaking some foreign language. I want to get your overall reactions, and then we'll just break it down.
I think by now you all know I'm a Harry Potter fan, so there was a whole lot of Harry Potter coming through on this one. He sounded like he was speaking parcel tongue, which is when they speak, right? In the snake, so the language sounded very much like parcel tongue. And whatever was rebirthed, it was like something came out of nothing. So this was like the Voldemort hand that I saw in the very first trailer too. So it had a very much Harry Potter vibe to me, but then also spaceship. I was trying really hard to figure out what was the lights that were up above him, what was happening, and so he was channeling, and I'm like looking at the lights, and it just, the image looked like there was a spaceship hovering over him, and I couldn't quite figure out what it was. Though it also looked like he was underground. But in general, I liked it. It left me intrigued, but it left me with a whole lot of questions, trying to figure out exactly what's going on and what's being rebirthed.
Okay, so you thought parcel tongue. I thought Dothraki.
There you go.
Okay. And I thought that the area above him with the lights was actually like the manhole cover. Looked like that was what was up there. I don't know if it's true or not. What I wondered, and I may be reading too much into this because I have not read into it, is the lights that came from him were yellow, but the beams that came down were white, and I don't know if that's significant at all.
Ooh,
and
nice.
I did not know if that meant, because I thought the white was good and the yellow wasn't, but it just kind of confused me. And then I don't know what the Lord Voldemort thing is going to be coming looking like, one covered in blood. I have no idea what that's going to be, but it was interesting, totally interesting, and got me intrigued. Confused, but intrigued.
You believe that what is being birthed is human?
I was I'm like, okay, is it a Trolloc? Is it a demon? But by the end, I felt like it was human because there was a hand. It was like a human hand that was covered in blood, but then seemed to look more natural by the end. So yeah, as I was watching, I was asking that same question. By the end, I assumed it was human.
I just had a random thought, and maybe it's just because of the clips I've seen. But I kind of, and I don't know where this is coming from, and I totally could be shooting out of the wrong area, but I'm just wondering if that's the chick that we see with Rand, snuggling up with Rand.
Okay, but cleaned up, right? They cleaned her up.
Oh, well, obviously, yeah.
Hosed her off, okay.
Yeah. But I just, because she came from nowhere, and unless I had missed her, I don't know, she could have been around and I just didn't see her. But I just wonder if that's that. I don't know. It just sounds, I don't know. I could just be trying to reach too far, and the first 5 minutes of the show, I'll go, God, what was I thinking?
Well, I think they release these clips to tease us a little bit, right? And again, as non-readers to figure out and get that intrigue and try and see how it all pieces together.
In the end, he starts saying, blood calls blood, blood in blood, bloody, bloody, blood and bloody. And he just kept saying blood, blood, blood. Do you think there was some sort of sacrifice that needed to happen?
I didn't even think of that.
I didn't think of it. I didn't catch how often he said blood or bloody or whatever. I saw that it was blood and bloody, and that's what the being or creature was being born of, but I didn't consider it.
Yeah, she looked like she came from the earth that was shot down through the, I'm going to say manhole cover, into the ground, and then she came out from that, but he did say blood like 3 or 4 times. But I wonder if he's famous.
Catherine just called her a she.
Well, she had long hair, so I just kind of assumed. I don't know. She had delicate hands. I'm assuming it's that chick in my mind, so maybe that's why.
You've jumped.
Yeah, I did. I didn't see any gargoyle-y face or anything, so.
All right, now before we go to the next clip, I want to hear what your rating is. How many leaves out of 5 leaves do you give this?
3.5.
Okay.
Confused me, but piqued my interest.
I'm at a 2.
Okay.
Wasn't my favorite. It wasn't my favorite of all of them.
Okay, well, maybe the next one is going to raise your score. All right, let's move on to the next one. It was our lady friends learning some magic. What do you guys think? Lady Catherine, you start.
I liked how it started off, and I thought of G Mama immediately because she had said they looked like they were wearing aprons. And I'm like, oh, they're in the kitchen, they're wearing aprons. So that's the first thing I thought of. But I was confused again with maybe I'm looking too hard into this. But when she was doing the weaving, where it came from the stone, that was a yellowish weave, and the other from the water was a white weave. And maybe that's just so you could see that it's weaving together. But I don't know if it's going to keep going back and forth between the different colors, or if there is a significance. And I'm just wondering, did you notice that, T?
I noticed that they were different colors. And yeah, kind of had the question because we did see before it seemed like the men had one color and the women had another. So I'm not really sure how if a weave from every element. Because until now, I didn't know that there were weaves that they could pull from different elements either. So that was new information that I don't think we've heard or learned before.
No, they mentioned the 5 things, and I didn't know what those were. And she had kept telling Mohawk to close her eyes. And I noticed that there was only one blonde at the table. She didn't close her eyes, so she still did it with her eyes open. And all I could think of was Mohawk had to be related to us. Man, she's stubborn.
Oh, yeah.
That is a stubborn streak on her, man. She does not want to do it, and she would rather drink dirt than do it. And I was like, oh, your family.
I see you and Nynaeve getting along great, Lady Catherine. I do.
Just can't get her to do what you want.
All right, so what do you think about closing your eyes to weave? What's that all about?
They didn't all do it.
And they haven't done it in the past either, so it was a little bit odd that she was talking to her specifically and giving her such specific instruction. And maybe it's because clearly she's been problematic and hasn't channeled since she's been there, and she said that you have more power than anyone that they've ever seen.
Oh,
did you notice?
What do you think of that?
Did you notice the other one got a little jealous?
Eggy, yep, Egwin.
Yeah, I was like, "What do you mean? She's more powerful. I'm supposed to be the one."
Yeah.
She said 10 times more powerful.
Yeah. Rub that in.
I liked how as soon as the little confrontation started, the other ladies just picked up their glasses and walked away. They're all like, we're not getting into this.
But I think she kind of shooed them a little bit.
Oh, I missed that. Yeah. I just thought they were like, we've seen this plenty.
It's gonna go down.
She mentioned specifically that she's had a block. She's like, if there's a block, we need to get over this, because she's not channeled since she's gotten there. And they said she's there for 5 weeks. Am I correct? 5 weeks?
5 months.
5 months. Okay, even longer. Yeah. So.
Well, she said no one should have that much power. So I think she's afraid of it. And I know she realizes how much power she has, and that she killed people and can heal people. I think she's afraid of what she can do, and if she doesn't touch it, then it can't happen.
Ooh, okay.
I agree. I think she's willfully not doing it. So I don't think it's a block. Like, she can't do it. I mean, right? I mean, she willfully drank dirty water instead of even trying. She's not even attempting. So there's not a block there.
No, and what was the flower? The pink flower, the red. Look, and I was like, that was getting a little phallic. Well, what are we thinking of petals and flowers for?
That's a good question.
You know what I'm saying? When she was like, close your eyes and think of a flower, pink and then red. I don't know what the colors.
Was she hitting on her?
Well, she was in the green outfit, and they got the threesomes going.
Okay, nice.
I felt like Egwene looked very young. I know she's young, but just how they showed her, she looked a little bit tired. She just looked very young in that scene, especially compared to the others. To me, for
you
whatever
think she
reason.
looked lost.
Well, and I was going to say, and mostly when they made the comment that the other one had so much more power, they looked at her and yeah, so this like kind of small, young, a little bit, what was the word you used? Like jealous, right?
Yes.
So it made her seem young to me.
Let's get your scores. How many leaves out of 5 do you give this last teaser?
I am giving this one, I would say, a 3.5 to 4.
Ooh, okay, 3.75.
3.75.
Okay. I'll take it.
I give it a 3.5, 2, or a little bit less, 3.5, because I guess I need more context, just like with the other one, to know how important that scene is.
Brother Dan will return shortly to join us with these episodes. He was sadly not able to make it. Ladies, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
As always, like and subscribe if you like this content. We will be responding to each episode as it come out, as well as anything in between. We are doing our non-readers react series throughout the end of season 2, so stick around. I hope you enjoy it. Bye, guys.
Bye. See you in 3 days.